Hi, Montreal. I'm 36 years old, and I haven't felt my age so much until recently. I was back home with my folks. I had to look after this 9-year-old kid, and I asked him what he was hoping for Christmas. He said a Sony PlayStation and Mortal Kombat 3. And I said, what's that? And he goes, Sean, it's this video game where you jump to different levels, you can freeze people, throw fire, rip the hearts out of characters, and blood drips on the ground. Went on for 20 minutes on how cool this game was, then peed his pants, telling me how great this game was. And this is when I felt old. He said, do you remember what you got for Christmas when you were 9? You know how hard it is to make Kerplunk sound that exciting? He said, well, you got these sticks. You put them in this tube and you drop marbles down and you pull a stick one at a time, and if a marble falls, I don't know. That's really bad. The kid was looking at me like I was crazy, so I started making stuff up to make it sound more exciting, you know. I was like, yeah, but if 2 marbles fall, you get to poke the other kid in the eyeball with a stick, all right? I got a game in the car and an eye patch if you want to play. It's easier to be a kid nowadays, let's face it. There were no laws to protect us from our parents when we were growing up. My mom had a spatula. She didn't bake anything with this, all right? My friends would come over, we'd get carried away. We were just kids, and she'd take the spatula out and just look at me. And my friends, they'd get excited. They'd be like, oh, yeah. Is your mom gonna bake a cake? You guys need to go home now. I see kids walking around our streets, imitating gangbangers from the States, walking around, hey, what up, with their big pants on and their hats on sideways. Good God. I couldn't have worn my hat on sideways when I was a kid because my dad would have taken over, and that was never good. Hey, son, your hat's on sideways. No, Dad, this is cool. Son, either turn your hat around to the front or I'm going to turn your head around to the side. I don't care, no line at all. They say you're a man when you're 18 years old, but I truly believe you're considered a man, but you don't have the wisdom. You learn as you get older. You ask any 18-year-old man this question. Let's say you're in the water, in the ocean, last man on earth, treading water, treading there. You see an island really close that you could swim to, and on that island are 15 of the ugliest naked women you've ever seen. All of them overweight, no teeth, calling to you. Come here! So that's an option, but there's another island, 15 times the swim. And on that island are 15 beautiful Playboy bunnies calling to him as well. Somewhere on the way to that island, though, is a great white shark. Which island would you swim to spend eternity? Any 18-year-old man's going to shout out, oh, I'd risk the shark, go straight to the Playboys. You ask a 30-something man that, chances are he's seen the movie Jaws. You got to use this head. Swim to the ugly island, get those women to make you a boat and sail over. I understand that the American people are upset that we didn't join the war effort, it's been said. But I have a question to you American people. When has Canada ever swayed a war in someone's favor? We still use cannons in our military. Cannons! Although that'll baffle the enemy for a little while. Could you see a nuclear sub off the coast of Nova Scotia just looking at us, just trying to... Captain, there's a cannonball coming at us. What do you mean, implement cannonball procedure number 1? Do you have a bat? I truly believe if all the wars were fought in the bars, that we would win. We're good at bar brawling. It's just in us. And I think it's simple. It's usually because when the other person from another country picks a fight with a Canadian, usually when he believes the fight is over, that's when it dawns on the drunk Canadian that he's in a fight in the first place, right? The reason we're such good fighters is simple. We all wanted to play as young men in the NHL, and when we couldn't, we started to drink rye. Rye is such a Canadian drink. You can't get it much elsewhere. It's terrible. I challenge any man or woman here, and you know, to go home tonight, sit in your basement in the dark, drink a whole bottle of Canadian Club, leave your house, and try not to fight. You won't get 50 feet. Hey! Better put my garbage cans down, you and your fancy truck. The last thought I've had every time I've passed out on rye, it's always been the same. Well, what's with all these cops? I came out of a rye buzz in Vancouver. You kind of snap out of a rye buzz. It's never, you're on the rye, too. People don't like to say anything else, but I snapped out of it in Vancouver. I was frying bacon on the stove in my boxer shorts at 5 in the morning when I kind of came to. The cops were coming to the door. I couldn't figure out why, right? I'm just frying bacon. Why do I have to talk to the cops again? I looked on the kitchen table and I saw a Canadian Club bottle empty. And I remember thinking, you did this, didn't you? Still couldn't figure out why. Just frying bacon in my boxers. Why? Why do I have to talk to the cops? When I looked around the whole kitchen and I saw the kitchen table and there was a woman and 2 kids sitting there, and it dawned on me, I don't have a family. And I'm Sean Collins, and I'll see you later.